Hey guys, how you doing? Still working my way through the free bots on chess.com. These are all the guys down this left-hand column that you can get without a paid subscription. And we've done the beginner ones and now moving into the intermediates with Emir, rated 1000, and we'll do a game as white and a game as black. Alright, salam. My kids think I'm a grandmaster. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, we've been playing the London system so far, so let's crack on with that. There we go, all good. You should know the setup by now. He's playing a reasonable response. This is like the King's Indian defence. And so it'll kind of blunt this bishop a little bit to put it on d3. It's like the normal place to put it. So I'm going to stick my bishop on c4, so that if he castles here, it means that this f7 pawn is now pinned. So it is pinned. There we go. Right, let's bring out the knight. Where do I want my knight? Okay, so d5 now interferes with my bishop. Kind of walked into that, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to bring the bishop back down here. So I've wasted a tempo there. I've wasted a turn. Okay, so my knight's going to come to d2. Let's castle the king. If Emir wants to trade off his bishop for that knight, that's great, because his bishop, out of his two bishops, one of them can get through this pyramid of dark squared pawns, and it's that guy. Whereas this guy is going to be sitting back for most of the game, but look, this is what Naroditsky and others call biting on granite. His bishop is looking straight down the barrel of a dark squared pawn chain. Not going to be a whole lot of fun. Okay, where's this knight going? Because it can't go there and it can't go there. Again, because of this like dark squared pawn dominance. Right, so this pawn has just moved forwards. I'm not convinced with that move. It's only defended once now, whereas previously it was defended by the knight and the king. Now it's only defended by the bishop. So we should be thinking about attacking that pawn, really, probably, as a target. Okay, and he's moved his queen there to b8. That's a funny old place. Okay, I'm thinking this knight's looking a bit useless. So let's try and move it up the board, yeah? I mean, this is a lovely square, but the problem is that square is currently guarded by the bishop. Okay, he's moved his rook. It's actually playing quite well. Is this a good square? Question is, so I say, if I do that, what can he do? Well, he can't just move the knight out of the way because the rook falls. So we're now in the middle game, you see, because I've castled, and he's, there you go, lost his rook. Yeah, I've castled, so what you should be doing in the middle game is improving your pieces, building up to an attack, and the key word there is building up. So, sometimes there might be an attack that's on, with half an army or just a few pieces. It is possible to get a winning advantage or a decisive advantage that way. I'm going to play my knight up here, and at first I just checked that there was no d-pawn that could move to here with a pawn fork on my knights. Don't know what the purpose of this move is. One thing it does do is undefend that pawn. Now, question is, can I take it? If I take it and the king comes here, I can come straight back. If I take it and they push g5, I take this, they push g5. I don't really know. Maybe I should hold fire. I'm gonna do something with my queen now, because my queen needs to get off the back rank, yeah? Notice this pawn isn't protected, so queen f3 looks reasonable. Okay. If I take here, you take my bishop. I have queen there defended by the knight. I'm just going to do that. Tempt Emir to capture. There we go. Okay, now that's a nice check. This... Ooh. Right, let's have a think. So, I've captured a rook and two pawns. Emir's captured both my bishops. Now I have a check here, which forces bishop takes. That's got to be good. take his best bishop off the board. Now my knight's ready to come in. Okay. Right, I can take this pawn. Probably should do that. And that also opens up the e-file. And I'll definitely consider... Oh, okay, well, how about this now? Or rook a to e1. There's another hanging pawn here as well. It's amazing how often we fail to see all 64 squares. You see, something happens and we go, oh, look, something moved, right? But the things that we miss sometimes. Okay, knight here I like. It attacks the queen, so she got to move. It also double attacks the bishop, but a bishop is defended by knight and then king. So I'm thinking maybe rook a e1 first. Yeah, this is nothing. No, I can still go there. I can even push this pawn up, which I kind of like. This pawn is now hanging. Actually, the queen has just undefended it. Right? These are the little things that you need to tell yourself every time a move has been made. So after this move, the move was queen from d8 to d5. Well, what's changed? Okay, and it's almost like you create tiny little post-it notes, little yellow notes, and stick them all over your head. Yeah, okay, so the queen is now looking at this pawn. Is it defended? Yes. The queen is now looking at this pawn. Is it defended? No. How much do I care about this pawn? It's not my favourite pawn. Is it worth defending? I mean, is it worth capturing here and allowing the queen to do that? Well, let's think it through. What then do we have? Well, then we have a rook on e7 and a queen here, both attacking the knight. So that is what I'm going to do. If this, then that. There we go. And now I win the knight. Because if rook capture, he's got to capture actually. He's got to capture. Now the king has to come here. Or bishop blocks. Okay. And now we are looking for simply a way to win. So, I have more checks. That just forces the king onto the back rank once more. I can bring my knight in. So I almost played that move, which would actually hang my queen. Not clever. Not clever at all. This I can play because my queen defends it. And then I can move here. Right, so knight here. Then I move here and the bishop's pinned. And can no longer move, right? So here, and I'm threatening checkmate with queen takes, bishop. Checkmate. Okay. So I'm going to go back to computer and we'll choose Emir again and we will play this time with the black pieces. Okay, so e4, let's play e5. Not going to do anything fancy or silly. And we're going to get Italian, we're going to get Spanish, we're going to get the Ruy Lopez. Okay. Well, my normal move is f5 here, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to play this one with the straight bat. Okay, so let's bring the knight out. You can kick the bishop. I know that's the most common line played by the big boys. Double kick, bishop comes back here. Is this the Berlin? No, Morphy Columbus variation. Haha. So this pawn is actually undefended, but this one is defended. So, but if I do this and the rook comes to e1, then I have to move my knight out the way, and then he's got two attackers on here. But I can move here with ideas. Here, rook comes to e1. I come back. Knight takes. He can't take with a rook. Then I take his knight, rook takes, and I kind of need to cover. I don't want to use a move to put my bishop there, do I? I'd much rather have my bishop here where it's lined up with the king. Yeah, let's put my bishop here with the idea of playing d6. So my bishop's outside the pawn chain. Okay, look for anything else. Always look for something else. You've got a move you think you like. No, d6 is good. Now this pawn is defended twice. And everyone's happy. Now I can castle. Not a bad thing to do. I can also play bishop g4. That pins the knight here. It means the knight can't move without losing the queen. I like that. I play this move a lot. Right. Do we trade our knight for their light squared bishop? Remember, again, we have pawns, a chain of pawns on the light squares. It's also pinning my knight on my rook. I'm having it. Now, interestingly, my knight can come in here. I notice. Remember, this guy's pinned, so he can't capture, or else the queen falls. And yeah, then the knight swings back round in a boomerang, and they get 2 pieces, but at the cost of a queen, and that just ain't worth it. The other thing about this move, we're not only hitting the queen, we're also hitting c2, with a threat against the rook as well. This knight, however, although it's in our territory, is not a major threat. We're also, by the way, threatening just to take this knight. Okay, so the queen defends c2, but now if I take this knight with either piece, the queen can't take, because the other piece will then capture the queen, right? Which means, how's he going to recapture? He's going to recapture with a g-pawn, and that's going to give him an isolated solo pawn on the h-file, and doubled isolated pawns on the f-file. And that ain't good. The question is, with what do we capture? And I'm going to take with a knight. 2 reasons. One, it comes with check. And the other reason is that I want to keep the bishop pair. So Emir now has 1 bishop, 1 knight. But in the end game, having 2 bishops, when you've got a nice wide open board, is a big advantage. Now, I can play queen g5 with a threat of queen g2 checkmate. However, if I do that, surely he's going to play this. So, that would not be clever. Now, c6, attack the knight. Can't go there or there. Notice this configuration. If you can put, anytime you can put queen or a bishop 3 squares below an enemy knight, notice that the queen or the bishop controls all the forward squares that that knight can move to. So, all other things being equal, when you've got a knight in your face, think about putting a diagonally moving piece 3 squares below. Alright, well, there's nothing really serious going on. This king is severely compromised. I don't see any value to this move. Rook comes here, and then my attack is over, is it not? So, the other question is, do I want to castle? And I'm not 100% sure I do, but I would like to get my rook in the game. So let's do that. Let's even think about, yeah, there comes the rook. Okay, this pawn's now undefended. So is this a move? Because actually now he's got that. But my queen, as long as my queen's on this diagonal, I think it's time to get rid of this horse. My queen guards all of these. It's bye-bye. Ooh. And there you go. It just seems like he's played so well and then throws in a random-ass blunder. Okay. And this is, yeah, this is a very classic attacking idea. Major piece in front of a pin pawn. Yeah, well, pinning the pawn. And then you come in with a bishop or a queen. But very often a bishop. Now, he's got a check. Well, if he captures with the bishop, my king is frozen and can't move. Okay. If he captures with the rook, it comes with check. I have to move to h8. Then the rook can move away. So he's won a pawn. But capturing with the bishop, then the threat is he moves with a discovered check, right? And threatens to move the bishop and capture something like my queen. So something must be done. So I'm going to push, and I'm going to get rid of the bishop. Okay. You don't like that? Well, I'm going to come here and defend this pawn. Okay, and you've given me time now to save my rook. So I'm happy about that. Now, what he might be thinking about is trying to wriggle his queen into here. I'm not sure about this one though, Emir. Okay, so I think that queen move defended that pawn. This doesn't feel like I'm playing a 1000. It feels like I'm playing a 1200 with extra blunders. Odd. Alright, this is opening up slightly. Got queen here, putting 2 attackers on this pawn. I'm not really worried about this bishop anymore now. I'm quite comfortable. And I'm actually a full piece up, because Emir's just handed me a free piece. Here, he could play rook there. I can play my queen here, then attack his... I think this is... oh, no. Oh, and I might be able to play my... Let's try it. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, it's another way to defend it. And let's apply more pressure now. Pawn break. I'm now trying to smash open the centre in a way that benefits me. Okay, his queen's come back. Why? Right, taking. Okay, rook A to d8, and the idea is a skewer. Right, he's missed it. So bishop to d5, valuable piece, less valuable piece behind it, but still more valuable than a bishop, and I'll take that all day long. And it's like decent moves, and then a complete howler, and I don't get it. And there's a hanging bishop as well. So it's just like with the other bots that we've seen. Actually, they can play pretty solid, and then they just accidentally shoot themselves in the head. Very peculiar indeed. Okay, I'll defend my bishop. That's 3 attackers on here. So 3 attackers, 2 defenders. That means you can just take. I've kind of pinned my queen now, that's the only issue. I can bring it here though. Well, I've pinned the bishop actually. Or simply this. And now I've got 2 defenders against 2 attackers. Same deal, the pawn is mine. If he takes, we trade. No worries. Okay. I'm going to bring my queen up here. Just because there may be the chance of one of these. Okay. I was thinking about a discovered attack on the rook. It didn't happen. Now it might happen. This, and I've got 2 rooks against 1. And okay, I'm just going to trade down because I'm up in material. Because he's blundered stuff for no reason whatsoever. Okay, now I can just capture here. Checkmate. There we go. Beautiful. You can't get there because of the bishop. So, how to beat Emir? Well, it's an odd one really, because it seemed like he played quite solidly, and then just suddenly did silly things. I'm going to have a quick look at the game review, because my feeling was, yeah, just completely random blunders. Okay, and I played 2 brilliant moves. Check that out. Okay, so look at this. So if I played 1700 level, right, Emir's meant to be 1000. 1000s can rarely perform at 1450. This is the issue. We'll look at the best move difference graph on here. And see, all this green is solid play. And when there's nothing, that's very solid play. So inaccuracy there, or mistake from me. Missed win by the look of it. Best move here was... oh, capturing a free pawn. There you go, the things you miss, eh? So yeah, maybe it's that they are all good. Somebody said this in a comment recently, that they're thinking maybe the bots are all starting to be a bit more adaptive, as in the stronger you play against them, the stronger they up their game. Or the more they up their game. What are these two brilliant moves? I'm curious about that, aren't you? Let's have a look. So c takes d5 there, and now... Okay. Well, I was kind of giving away material here, but it just seemed to be the, on balance, the least worst move. And then saving my bishop. I don't know. I don't think they were brilliant at all. I thought they were quite ordinary. But there you go. So, but the thing is, yeah, I moved my bishop and didn't save my rook, but I don't know. So, what do you need to do to beat Emir? Well, I think it's the same advice as with the other bots, really. Just doing the same thing, just at a slightly higher level. That you need to play a solid game, you need to make sure your stuff is protected, and wait for him to blunder, because he's guaranteed to do so. How many blunders? Only one in this game. And that was it. So giving away your entire queen wasn't a blunder then. Let's go. And that's a good move. Okay, how's it gone from -8.5 to -60 and not be a blunder? Pfft, I don't know. Stockfish, you've lost your mind, you little scaly bastard. Right then, there you go. Well, look, that's how to beat Emir with the white pieces and the black pieces. I hope it helps you out if you're working your way through the bots. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to Chess Bootcamp if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you soon.